Hello everyone, I am Tacit and welcome to the Gems of War Campaign 10 Week 3 Day 5 live stream. So today, of course, two things going on, both of which we have not covered a video on yet, but soon, TM. Mythic we won't really be doing today though. A video, yes, on stream, no. So we got a new Mythic, it is very useless. I'll actually start with that one. However, we will cover a video on it and find something that isn't completely horrible on it. So there's two new troops today. One is a Mythic in Glory Gem Guild and VIP Chest Drop Table, and the other one is the one we'll be messing with today. And by messing with, I mean doing the event associated to him. We will actually not be using him because he's so bad. But those two. So both of them are pretty underwhelming. This one is kind of a weird mix between Tina 9000 and Tank Mythic. And it's just as bad as any Tank Mythic. So what it does is it deals some damage to an enemy and gains a bunch of armor, and both of those are boosted by all enemy magic, so both the damage and the armor gain. This in theory is a lot of damage and a lot of armor. The problem is the amount of damage is not enough to one-shot, and for 21 mana cost with no follow-up, that's quite a high investment. And the amount of armor, while decently high, does not have too much of a way to use it. It has no follow-up. Its reductions aren't particularly high. It's 25% to spell and 40% to armor. And its final trait, for whatever reason, a lot of tank mythics have a pretty bad final trait, and this one's pretty much no different. It just gains a bunch of armor to all yellow allies when matching yellow gems, which is not that high. It's also a double condition on yellow, so not only does your troop have to be yellow, but the gem that you take also has to be yellow, which is quite the high restriction that just kind of makes it useless. Not sure why they love giving horrible traits to troops like that, but they have. Apparently they have some gem sales as well. Oh yeah, it is 4th of July weekend! Someone actually mentioned that at the end of last stream. That was like right as I ended, so I didn't make mention of it. But yeah, happy 4th of July weekend, everyone, by the way. But yeah, they have a little sale for it. I believe we get a pet for it next Wednesday as well, in-game, on the Wednesday little pet event. Anyways, so the main thing that we're going to be doing tonight is, of course, the faction, which is that other troop that we saw over there. That's not where this faction is. If we go over to here, we do have a new deep delve. So actually, before I do that, let me, wait, do we have, yeah, we unlock it immediately. So if I go over to Crypt, let's see what the deep delve looks like. So all I have to do this is immediately lose. So let me go immediately lose real quick. And then we'll go and see what this deep delve looks like. So this is now the second kingdom to have access to deep delves, as you can see. It now has the symbol of make this a deep delve, so we shall make this a deep delve and see if the layout is any good. So far, it's not horrible. It's definitely an improvement to what it was. How many treasure rooms? Are these all guaranteed? No, that's not a treasure room. That's not a treasure room. That's not a treasure room. That is a treasure room. And that's not a treasure room. So yeah, it's not good. It's better than the layout it had. But that's not saying much because its previous layout was not the greatest. We don't know what that one is. Though that one might also be a treasure room. The reason we don't know is it's currently replaced with a horde mimic thingy. Which is a guaranteed gnome. So we know for sure this one's probably a treasure room, and that one might be. Unless there's RNG rolled into it. It should have at least one, because even the base faction, actually, oddly enough, for some Gems of War history, Ancient Crypt, or sorry, the Crypt faction that we're in right now, this location actually was the first delve to ever have access to treasure rooms way back in the day. So it definitely makes sense it has at least one guaranteed one, as it is the very first one to ever have a guaranteed treasure room, except it was like all the way in the corner. Oddly enough, in the same location as that. I'm not sure if that's a designated one. We'd have to see more cycles. And we will once we go do the other event. Anyways, yeah, it's an improvement compared to the other layout, but that was a really low bar, as it was still one of the earlier factions in the game. And they're not that good. But yeah, it's a pretty low bar for that. Anyways, so let's go and get all the event stuff. I believe tier 3 is enough. Oh wait, did I just do it through here? Wait. Did I, No, that's fine. Oh yeah, let me see if this is treasure room. Okay, that one is treasure room, and that one isn't. Okay, so I'm pretty sure this is just guaranteed treasure room. Everything else is RNG. On if it will or will not, if they even can be, because I haven't seen a single one of these RNG into it yet. However, that one is definitely 100% treasure room, the room right here. 100% always treasure room. Everything else seems to just be normal room. Alright, that's fine. Anyways, let's go get our tier so we can actually go and do this event. Of course, this book's actually pretty good too if you don't have it yet. I would advise getting it. It's not life and death, but it's the closest thing to life and death that isn't life and death. It steals life from 2 of the weakest enemies and summon a random undead. It also comes with a bone storm and some mana drain and a few other mechanics. It's weaker than life and death, however, it is situationally better. There's like a few % of team where you would actually run the secrets of this Crypt instead of a life and death team. I think we even used it for some kind of event a month or two ago, where it was actually more optimal to use this than to use life and death. The main reason is it has a summon attached to it, so you can use Archmage's hero class and other similar things. You're not restricted only to Orb Weaver, which life and death, you know, technically you don't have to use it with Orb Weaver, but generally if you're using life and death, you're probably using it with Orb Weaver or Thief or, you know, something similar. And the nice benefit of this is it has a summon, technically possibly even double summon if you get really lucky, but it has a summon or double summon at a time. Without needing another option. So you don't need your hero itself to be doing it, just can do it off the weapon. You don't need some other troop doing it, you can do it off the weapon. So it's situationally good, so definitely make sure to get it if you don't already have it. Otherwise, I'm pretty sure tier 3 is enough to complete out this event. So that will be where we go to. Oh, do keep in mind, never mind, I actually forgot. Maybe we do go further in tier 3. Hold up. I lied. Do we actually want to max the troop immediately? Because I forgot, we do need to buy up to a certain point if we want to max out the troop. Let's see, we got 1 copy there, 2 copies there, that's 3, 5. Yeah, we'd have, oh gosh, that's so far. Oh no, I don't think we bother buying that far. Or do we? That's something I forgot to factor in. We could always just buy 8 to 1. Yeah, never mind. We're gonna do what we did last time. I forgot. We could just buy to here and then double blue orbit. Because it's actually so many gems to go to there. Because we'd have to spend another 500, 900, oh, another 1,100 gems to upgrade it. Whereas if we just throw 2 small blues instead of 1 small blue, we save, basically 1 small blue would save us 1,100 gems. Obviously we get some other things, but some of them are repeat things too, oddly enough. This bone set? We already had this bone set. Interesting, it says owned. This might be a new portrait though. Or I just didn't bother getting the portrait yet. One or the other. But yeah, there's actually a repeat set thingy. So yeah, I would just go for tier 3. Tier 3 seems to be the way to go. Anyways, and then we double blue orb the thing, so let me go do that right now. I'm looking for upgradable. And then we just throw 2 blue orbs on this little guy here. He's very useless. Did I not show his ability yet? We did last night. But he drains some mana from an enemy. Not all enemies, just 1. I thought it was all initially, but it's actually only 1. And then either Death Mark silences or curses all enemies. Which that one is all. However, it's only 1 of the 3. If this mana drained all enemies and did 2 of these 3, it would be viable. Unfortunately, that is not what it does. It only mana drains 1 instead of 4, and it only does 1 of these effects instead of 2. So it's pretty underwhelming. Very rarely, if ever, you would use this on your team. Even for the faction itself, I'm pretty sure you would not incorporate it into your team, as Crypt already has a pretty straightforward way to win. You just run 3 Lady Blizeheart, or whatever her name is. It's Lady something. But you just run the red-blue legendary, and then you run the purple Empower one. You don't actually utilize purples for any kind of mana accumulation on your team, but the reason why you run it is to counter the enemy's version of it. Anyways, let's go throw down 2 orbs, and let's start getting into this. Also, hello everyone! Let me go say all the hellos. Let's see, after we upgrade this little troop here, make sure he's all good to go. Obviously, he's only being done for the star. We're not upgrading it for any other reason other than to get a star onto the kingdom. It does have Jinx. Jinx is increasingly worse as time goes on. Not only do you realistically have to have 2 on your team for it to be viable later in the game, however, there's so many other alternative ways to gain mana other than hoping you get a surge off of 3. And that's the only thing it stops, is surges off of 3. It doesn't even stop it, just reduces its chance. Oh yeah, I forgot, it's associated to Sword's Edge. I was thinking it would be some kind of undead kingdom, but I actually forgot it's Sword's Edge, isn't it? Yeah, that brings Sword's Edge to 24 star. Oh gosh, we need to go get 10 silvers. Hold up, we need to get 10 silver in this location. That's a lot of silver. Anyways, let me go say hello to everyone, and I'm going to double check if we can get some cheap silvers here, just to get out of the way before I forget, because I will definitely forget if I don't do it now. Anyways, hello everyone. Hello, Bill Warhammer. Hello, Isabel. Hello, Gimli. Hello, Tyrion. Don't forget to like and share. Oh yeah, definitely feel free to like the stream. Helps out a lot and is greatly appreciated, as Tyrion mentioned. Hello, Pertro. Hello, Roman. Hello, Nightmare. Hello, Ricardo. Hello, Sushi Ninja. Yeah, the Mythic's pretty bad. It's a very meh Mythic. Hello, Clip Bomb. Hello, Logic Slayer. And we haven't covered the video yet, though I will very, very soon TM. Though we did cover it last night. But of course, we will, we'll be covering in its own little video soon. I just haven't had the time to do it today. Got a lot more caught up than I thought I would. But I will be covering a video for both the Mythic and the Faction tonight, hopefully, before I go to bed. Anyways, I need to find things that can be upgraded here for cheap. It doesn't actually matter if they're viable, it just matters that they do not cost us a lot of resources. So let's just start upgrading pretty much every low rarity thing, which is why I ordered it by rarity. It's a good way to get these objectives done if you're looking to do so. Of course, for right now, we only need to get to silver. However, the next objective, I believe at like 27 star, which of course we're a while away from that. However, once we start reaching around 27 star, there are 2 other objectives that are going to be kind of hard for medaling. One of them is you have to have 15 troops gold medaled, and the other one is you're going to need to have 20 gold medal. But don't worry, the 21's not coming until level 30 kingdom, and we're not getting a level 30 kingdom for like another 2 or 3 years probably. It's a while down the line. We do not need to worry about that anytime soon. But we are starting to get somewhat close to kingdoms potentially starting to need 15. We're definitely getting to the point where a lot of kingdoms are starting to need 10 silver. Though 10 silver is not as bad. Though I do upgrade them all the way just because it's one less upgrade we'll have to do later if we're already in the screen anyways. Let's see. Throw that down, throw that down. Hey, we can't cover our troop, you don't know it, I know, right? Has that ever happened to any other Gems of War content creator? Because we've always had all of them immediately. But has anyone, like, not covered a video on the Mythic? Or, you know, like, been able to show it? Like, I haven't noticed on Gen Keys. Because I haven't actually watched every single one that she ever does. But has she ever had a... Because I know she doesn't have, like, near infinite resources. Because she started a little bit later than a lot of other people who make content for the game. But has there ever been a Friday where she just, like, skipped on the Mythic or didn't get it? Because there would have to be, I'm pretty sure. Because she reaches, like, almost 0 resources a lot of times. Okay, do I upgrade enough? I honestly have no clue how many I upgraded. Let's just assume after I upgrade this guy, it'll be good. Also, how have I not already upgraded this guy? He's actually a good bounty hunter option. And by good, I mean, like, compared to others, he's not horrible. But, he's still kind of bad. But he has an interesting mechanic that he can, like, barrier and, like, buff up a single unit. Which obviously isn't, like, an outstanding thing to have, but, in the context of bounty hunters, not too many other ways to do it. Especially targetable like that. Because he has, gain a bunch of attack and armor to an ally, but most importantly, he barriers them with some score reduction. It's a very situational bounty hunter troop, but it's not horrible. Anyways, I think that's enough to have 10. We definitely have at least 10 now. Probably even did even more than that. And we also had to own 4 Sword's Edge pets, which is very easy to do, as I don't believe you're cosmetic locked. No, you're not cosmetic locked. It is possible to have 4 without having a single cosmetic pet. The only cosmetic pet this place has ever had was International Dog Day in 2018, which was 4 years ago. Anyways, but even without that, you can still have it. So, let's go to this faction already. That'll be our main focus of the stream. We'll have a code in a little bit. So that is not the team I want, the team that is currently set. Oh yeah, I didn't cover the video thingy, so I actually don't have a other team ready to go. This is obviously a very high range. Well, it's a red-purple, so we know what we kind of want to use. We want to go use a... actually, you know what? I kind of want to go down the Tesla route. I think we start with Phoenicia and then go down Tesla. So, let's do that. Good old Tesla. Oh wait, we don't have half mana star for Tesla, though. Well, we still leprechaun it, so it doesn't really matter. Like, a leprechaun's gonna give you so much mana. Anyways, let me go build a standard Phoenicia team, because everything is here for it, and for the lower level range, this will work out really well. And we just make our hero like Black Manicore or something, which oddly enough is within the color restriction. It doesn't have to be. Your weapon can actually be anything for delves. However, coincidentally, it does actually fit the coloration of the delves as well. Not intended, but it works out. Because we could change that to any weapon. It could be like a pure brown weapon or whatever else we want to do. I'm going to go Sun Spear just for the extra red. There are a few others that would be useful here. Though Sun Spear would perpetual red just in case we take a little bit longer on a given battle. What else do we need? Banner's almost correct. I don't want to go that heavy into Phoenicia mana. Though we also can because there's really no downside to doing so. So you know what? I'm just going to leave it like that. Because it's going to give us a lot of plus on red while also giving us the very much needed green. And we really don't care too much if we're casting Black Manacle or not. So we'll roll with this team. Pretty standard Phoenicia quick kill. Standard as you'd pretty much get with this. So there's a bit of flexibility with what you do for the hero class. So Sun Spear is normally the go-to one. Main reason being it has perpetual red, so if you get countered on Storm or if the battle takes longer than 4 turns, if it happens to, you have alternative options. But yeah, this layout is definitely better than the original Crypt layout. The new one that we have today for the deep delve thing of this. However, it's not good enough to justify making it like, you know, your daily delve or anything like that. I'm still waiting until we get to new City of Thieves. It will happen at some point. We will eventually get a deep delve where it is basically City of Thieves 2.0. When on Earth that's going to happen, who knows? But oh no, wait. You still have to go all the way over here? Oh, that's interesting. I thought that was connected. It's not actually connected. Oh, okay. This stealth layout's even worse than I thought. Interesting. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. What level are you in the Fall Guys pass? I have no clue. I'm pretty sure it's like halfway done. Though I do not know. Oh, the next event for it was announced though. I believe it's on the 11th. Which, what day is that? I didn't even double check to see if we're busy that day. What day is the 11th? The 11th is a Monday. Oh, really? Okay, well, I guess we're doing it that Tuesday then. Because I'm normally busy on Mondays. Well, I might find some time to go do it on that Monday, we'll see. But, yeah, they currently have the second event, I believe, since the new season. And the third one's coming up on the 11th by some leak. Subject to change, similar to Gems of War leaks. Oh, speaking of which, we were supposed to have a patch last month, by the way. A certain roadmap released by the devs said patch, but we kind of knew there wasn't going to be one. Like, there was a 100% chance they were not going to keep up with that roadmap. Like, I'm pretty sure almost no one is surprised that the Gems of War devs did not keep to the roadmap. Though it's still a good approximation. Like, I'm pretty sure we're still getting that patch in the next few weeks. It just happened to not happen last month. Probably because they were prioritizing the Puzzle Quest 3 patch, which went up yesterday. Oh, which reminds me, we didn't actually do a stream for that today. Didn't have enough time. I did look at it some. Feedback on it seems like it made the game a lot more grindy, again. Though they also did add, like, the auto battle feature and stuff like that. But there were still, like, more currencies added and stuff like that. That game has a really huge currency issue. I'm not sure why. But, like, even when they first started, it was, like, a little currency heavy. And then, like, every single patch, they keep adding more and more. For Gems of War in its current state, it kind of works because they're doing it at a pacing that's not bad. Because normally, you know, like, if a new patch comes around, it might only add, like, one. But for whatever reason, for Puzzle Quest 3, they had, like, a ton every single time in a very convoluted way. Or at least for Gems of War, normally when it happens, there's a really good reason for it. Like, for example, when the Soulforge update happens, they needed a new currency so they could control, you know, how much you can necessarily craft of every single thing. And also to give incentive to grind. While not a new currency, even the most recent patch ended up somewhat doing that with the Horde Mimic. While obviously a Horde Mimic is not a currency, it is a incentive to do the Explore. So they basically added something to the new patch that would incentivize you to engage with the new patch content in a way that didn't really force you to, because you definitely do not need a Horde Mimic. You're perfectly fine without a Horde Mimic ever. However, it gives a little incentive to try to engage with the new content. Though it did take us forever to find it. But we did eventually find it. Oh, what do we need here? Let's go throw down Explode. Also, the last new faction could be 9k shards to max. Wait, 9k plus, why? You can see where they want to take the stash out. We'll just orb them all. Oh, yeah, you can't initially... for any of you who might have already tried opening for them, since I haven't covered a video for it yet, you cannot go and Chaos Shard the new troop that came out today. You would have to go and use gems for it. The most optimal way to do it is by the tier 3, which is enough to get the event done, and then throw 2 blue orbs on it, which is what we did at the beginning of this stream. That is the most optimal way to get that guy going. Because you don't want to spend the gems for it. Otherwise, you're going to be spending over 1,000 gems for a max troop, and that is not good. That is a very, very high amount. Bounty Hunter is like the only mode that you kind of do that for. And even that's only like, what, 710 or so, because you use the one small blue once you get it to Legendary. But yeah, it's pretty expensive to go do it with only gems. I would not advise doing so. Obviously, most optimal way to do it would be with Chaos Shards, but for 4 weeks you would not be able to. However, if you haven't already gotten the previous one has been the drop table for about 2 weeks now. If any of you are still missing the previous faction's new troop, the one from All Seeing Eye, that one is in drop table. We were opening some the other week as well as this week to just show that it was. But he is indeed in drop table. He's not good, but hey, it's another Kingdom Star pretty easily for a Kingdom. Let's see. So we'll take that over. Wait, you're at 95 in the Fame Pass thing? Definitely DM the costume. How did you get so far so quick? Did you buy some of the tiers? Because that is very deep. I think I'm like halfway done with it. Oh, I'm in no rush to complete it. Especially with how they made the new system. Because with how they made the new system, you either have to pay slightly or wait like a month or so. And I don't mind just waiting the month or so. When is the key opening? We're doing the key opening tonight. I'm not going to do it on stream. We have opened mythics before on stream. But I don't know, we could maybe do it on stream. I would poll it, but it would be very biased on stream for people on stream to be like, yes, do it. Whereas people who might just want the nice, concise video. Or as concise as it can normally get, anyways. The other issue with that is I don't have any pre-made teams. So we'd have to make teams on the spot. Which would make it take longer as well. Because I don't have any teams made up for the new useless mythic. Mostly because it's a new useless mythic. Mostly because it is very bad. You got the candied apple and the ninja knife. They have a lot of really cool food skins. It always makes me hungry whenever I play that game. It's kind of funny because Gems of War actually has a lot of food-based pets. Like if we go into the pet menu right now, like almost every single time we click, like every few times we're going to see a food-based pet. That one technically isn't, though could be considered one. The Valentine's Day heart. There's a chocolate one though. Let's see. Okay, we got the egg. We got the cookie. This was actually one of the anniversary ones, the 2020. Let's see. What other food-based ones? I know we have like at least a dozen. Where are they all? There's the eclair. We got, let's see, which other ones do we have here? I know there's several. Like, as I say that, there's going to be like none that show up within our view. There's the burger. Oh yeah, where's the sandwich? Oh yeah, there's the cupcake as well, the 5-year anniversary cupcake. They always do a food-based one for the anniversary one. Mushroom, technically not a food item. Let's see. Honestly, this is one of the funniest jokes. The shelf on an elf. Honestly, this is like one of my favorite top 5 pets, just because of the joke that it implies. Because there aren't too many joke pets. But that one definitely nails it. The shelf on an elf. Instead of an elf on a shelf. And we got cake and a few other ones. Anyways. I'm not sure why I'm trying to hunt down all the food pets. I guess probably just because I'm a little bit hungry. Still haven't had dinner yet. We'll be after the stream. Anyways, let's keep going. You can tell whenever I'm hungry on stream. Because I will always bring up the topic of food. There's almost never any stream where I am hungry where the topic of food does not come up in one way, shape, or form. So hello, Imperial. Welcome. I try to eat normally before the stream, but sometimes I eat after. Let's see. I'll take that one. Oh, he got a revive. Luckily that's enough to clean up. You have to keep in mind, we do have extra faction damage. Also, you know what else we could do? We do not need mana start with this team. Actually, that's not true. Technically, Black Manacles needs it slightly. However, it's the only thing on our team that actually needs it, so I'm just going to ditch it for extra magic. It makes our kill range a little bit better. Not by much, but it'll help. Oh, you sent the pics already? Oh, okay. I didn't check Discord today, so that would be why. I'll go check it after the stream. Oh, so hello, Genki! Welcome, welcome! How was the new Mythic? Did you end up getting it? We still haven't covered our video on it. We will be soon, TM. Hopefully tonight. But yeah, the new Mythic's, it's definitely weird. I wish it would add more viable Mythics. Like, I understand all of them can't be meta. But, like, at least somewhat usable? I think the biggest issue is the cost of not having board control on a Mythic is exceedingly high. Like, if he had that ability, but created 10 yellow gems, like, he would be good. Like, that's the only change it would need. And there's so many Mythics that are like that. But if this thing just created, like, 10 yellow every time it casted, like, you could get away with that ability. Even if it was only 8 yellow, like, you could probably still get away with it. It would be a lot harder with that many. Oh, for under 1,000 glory keys, that's actually really good. Hopefully it doesn't take us that long. I mean, hopefully, we can get that lucky, Also, thank you for the $10 tip, Mulu. Greatly appreciated. Thank you so much. Helps out a lot as always. Thank you so much. And hi as well. Welcome. Oh, you're getting 503 error service unavailable for what? The Gems webpage, really? You mean gemsofwar.com? They have had website issues before. Are you talking about the forum or the website itself? Because generally when one has issue, it's only on one side and not the other, oddly enough. Because they use a different service for their website than they do the forums. So sometimes the forums will be down, but the website is up. And sometimes the website will be down, but the forums is up. Wait, did I say that in the same way? But you know what I mean. Sometimes the forum is up, but the other one isn't. And sometimes the website is up and the other one isn't. Very rarely are both of them down. Oh, it's for the patch notes part of the Gems forum? Interesting. So that'd be the website side then. Because the patch notes are kept on the website, not on the forum. They're posted to the forum, but the archive of them that they keep is kept through the website. Which is independent of the forum. Even though it kind of looks like they're kind of connected. In practice, the new Mythic's even worse than we thought. Hal really suffers from no board. Yeah, that's a big issue with almost every Mythic. Unless the ability and or trait is so absurdly good that it justifies having no board control, any Mythic with no board control that doesn't have an ultra-viable ability or an ultra-viable trait is basically immediately useless. And it's mostly because of how much investment you have to do to end your turn. Like, there are commons and rares and ultra-rares that can get more value, just because they can attempt to not end their turn. Because there is so much value to keeping your turn on your turn, rather than ending it. And you need a really high impact ability to justify ending your turn with, in most teams. Otherwise you want almost entirely, if not entirely, options that have the ability to at least percent chance not end their turn. Just because of how powerful the mechanic is. It doesn't matter necessarily how good your ability is if, you know, you can just infinitely keep it on your turn. Of course, freeze and a few other mechanics can get in the way of that. Because generally, you want like 3 things. Like, the average team wants like 2 mana accumulators, 2 damage sources, with everything except 1 damage source having a way to keep it on your turn. You can have both have a way to get it on keep it on your turn, but you can also have 1 damage source as your finisher and cast it just once in order to, you know, finish out the game. You can also use it as your initial setup. For example, Archdiva is an interesting Mythic where it does end its turn, but because it's giving so much mana to 1 unit, you can use it as your setup unit in order to get the rest of your team looping. So the other 3 can loop, but you use it as your setup option for the other 3. So even though it ends its turn initially, it sets up into infinite turns, or at least enough to win out the game. Which actually, didn't we run that last Guild War? I'm pretty sure we did. We ran Archdiva for one of the 6 Guild War days. And it worked out pretty nicely. I can't remember what day we did it for, but one of the 6 days last Guild War week when we got a perfect flawless week. One of those was with Archdiva. Also, I probably will be covering a video before next Guild War, kind of explaining all the teams. For people who might not have seen our streams last Guild War week. I was thinking about covering it at the end of the previous Guild War. However, I felt like it would make more sense covering it near the beginning of next Guild War to kind of explain. Because obviously people at that point didn't need teams. But mentioning it on that other day, people need teams. Because, you know, there's a Guild War going on. So I figured it would make more sense to cover it at the start of next Guild War rather than at the end of the one we just had. Because I know there's always people asking, like, what teams we run. And I tend to always, like, tweak them and do weird things with them. So that'll be a nice video to point to. We'd still need to cover a defensive video, though. Defense is just a weird thing to cover, though. Because if you are missing even 1 troop, you might have to change 2 or more teams due to how defense work. Defense also don't matter nearly as much. Because as long as they're all unique, you're getting the max amount of points. The only thing that better defend teams do is prevent the other guild from getting as many points. But if your only goal is to get as many points for your own guild as possible, your defend team theoretically does not matter as long as they're all unique. It could literally be all commons. As long as they're all unique, you would not, you would get the same amount of points. even if the enemy could destroy it in seconds. Obviously, you want to make them at least somewhat challenging, but they're a lot less important than the offense teams. Because the only real parameter you need is make sure they're unique. The strength of the teams technically don't matter, even though ideally having them stronger is better than not stronger. Especially if you're in a really big guild. Especially if you're in Bracket 1 Guild War, though that's very few people. At max, that is 300 people. Well, technically, that's not true. At max, that is 1,200 people, because there's 4 different platforms. So why am I trying to take optimal order? I'm still not sure. I'm taking optimal room order as we were in an event where it doesn't really matter too much what we do. Like, it helps us get the leaderboard thingy a little bit quicker. But I'm pretty sure we don't need it to finish out leaderboard. Or not leaderboard, but I mean all rewards, I mean. Because as I recall, tier 3 is enough. As long as we wait all the way till Sunday. Obviously not for leaderboard, though. Leaderboard's just going to be straight 500s as per usual. That's pretty much never going to change. Let's see, did anyone in my guild actually go for it? Oh wait, can you not check guild for this? I guess you can't because it's an individual thing. Oh. I can't see if anyone in my guild went for the thing. I forgot. Because technically this mode is on an individual basis, kind of like Bounty Hunter and such. So you can't actually see your guild-wide thing. And the next mythic at least drains mana. Oh, I didn't actually look at the next mythic. Is it actually any good? That would actually be fun if we got a new modernized Scion. Scion back in the day was meta, like really meta. Though you have to keep in mind there was also no immune to mana drain at the time, so it had a lot of room to be very broken, since there was no immune to its effect. Whereas, of course, there's plenty of things that have immune now. However, there are still teams that are ran that have no immune to mana drain, or bless, or any way to stop it. Obviously, you have to check the team that you're up against to make sure. But there's definitely a lot of teams in the current state of the game that do not run any check for mana drain, because they just hope to get looping and going quick enough that it doesn't matter if the enemy has mana drain. Double Empower teams are actually a surprising one for that, because most Double Empower teams do not have a counter to mana drain. The only problem is there's not a good Empower that can mana drain counter Double Empower. The closest thing we have is Spirit Fox, but the problem with Spirit Fox is it only drains one single enemy. If Spirit Fox actually reduced its mana drain but drained all enemies, or we got like some kind of similar new troop that could do that, that would actually be a rather interesting Empower. Like if we got something with Empower that drained 4 mana from all enemies, that would have so much potential to be good, because it would finally be a check for Double Empower. Because the big issue that Double Empower has right now is there's no way to stop both of them unless you deny their color. Like, for example, if they both convert brown to something, or not brown to something, but if they both convert into red, let's say, because they have brown to red and like blue to red or something, you could just simply remove all reds and then you're good to go with an Empower. However, there's currently no way to just drain them both. And it would be nice if we finally got one. Like something with Empower that can mana drain both the 2 enemies and you'd be good to go. Also, I just realized we got the normal format for this delve. And I forgot, this is still one of the ones that have a tier 1 room. This was something that a lot of earlier delves had. However, it was eventually pretty much retired. Like, no new delve, or deep delve for that matter, even though we only have 2. But no delve has those rooms anymore. They don't get added to newer delves. It's kind of like an old leftover mechanic from earlier delves. And this is one of them. This is the 3rd delve ever added to the game. And there is actually still a tier 1 room. It's kind of funny because the tier 1 room is actually among one of the hardest rooms in the entire game. The main reason for this is Dust Devil. There's a double Dust Devil one. And unless you win instantly, it will likely disorient your team. You can use it beneficially because if something else disoriented your team at any point in the delve, you can use it to reorient your team. However, if your team is already in correct orientation, you basically have a 1-turn timer. And by 1 turn, I mean literally the first turn you get, in order to stop them. And generally, most teams do not have a check for that, which makes it literally one of the hardest rooms in all of delves. Not because the room itself will kill you, but because the result of that room will kill you in a future room, which makes it surprisingly strong, especially as a tier 1 room. There's also one other slightly annoying tier 1 room that normally isn't too big a deal, but it can be. It has like 3 or 4 troops that all have a 10-ish% chance to devour. It's like boosted by brown, so it's normally like a low double digit, like normally around 10-15%. However, even though you're not really expecting that to devour, it does eventually get a devour off, and it is really bad when it does. There's another room that kind of does that with the bullets or whatever they're called. That's actually an ultra rare room. However, I don't feel like they do it as often because they have a higher mana cost to get rolling. Whereas the other thing, well, it has a lower devour chance off that one really easy room. Even though the chance of it devouring is lower, its mana cost is also lower. So it has a easier time to actually get a single poke off. And while that one poke is less likely, it's technically more likely in a sense, just due to it being more likely to actually get it off. Because it having a high percent doesn't matter if it doesn't actually, you know, get the mana to do it. Whereas in theory, a lower mana can actually be stronger, even if it's a lower percent. At least in the context of delves, because eventually it's going to get lucky. It might take it a while, but eventually you will die to it. At some point, in some way, you will die to it. It will happen. Oh wait, is the next mythic gargoyle related? That's fun. Because we actually have a whole new kingdom coming in that's going to be gargoyle related as well. Wait, is the new mythic actually 4? Hold up. The new mythic might actually be 4 the new kingdom, isn't it? I didn't think about that, but because that's when we're going to be getting the pass. Hold up. Let me double check. Because I'm almost guaranteed this next mythic, even though I haven't even looked at it yet, I'm almost 100% guaranteed it is for the new kingdom. Let's see. Especially if it has a gargoyle effect. It is. Yeah. Because the reason I mentioned that is when a new kingdom is added, for several weeks after, they bring in everything for the game, or for the kingdom. So we're going to get the faction, we're going to get the class, we're going to get, like every single Friday is going to be something different. Like one Friday we're going to get the class, one Friday we're going to get the faction, another Friday we're going to get the mythic, so on and so forth. And that's Friday, whatever that was. What was it, August something? Yeah, August 5th is the day that we're getting the mythic itself then. Yeah, we're getting that kingdom, I believe, on the... actually, let me double check. What day was it? We're getting the kingdom on the 18th of this month, which is 3 Mondays from now? Yeah, 3 Mondays from now. Which is what I was mentioning earlier, the 3rd Monday of the month being new kingdom. And that one's likely not getting delayed, even though the patch did. And we're probably getting a patch before that even comes out. However, I'm pretty sure the kingdom will not get delayed. They already have pretty much everything made up for it. It's they could literally release it right now if they want to, I'm pretty sure. However, obviously they're waiting until then. But everything for that should probably be in order already. Yeah, we've actually only had one other kingdom come in through that method. I'm pretty sure they're going to do about 1 per year, I would assume. Maybe 2 if they can squeeze it in. But the only other kingdom that has come in through this new method that they added in like 6.0 or... What was it? I think it might have been 6.0, 6.1, something like that. But it's only been Nexus. And also, they do have a little money pack that you could do to get it. I actually do feel like that is worth it. There aren't too many things I feel like are worth it in the game. However, that is one of the few things that is. I think it was like $7 or $8 last time. And it just helps you get a lot of stuff from the new kingdom maxed. However, you will be able to get everything at a later point. I believe everything from Nexus has already been available, with the one exception being the weapons. The money-locked weapon has not been available yet. Actually, so much so, the other money-locked weapon still hasn't been. We need a event for it to roll around, and it will at some point. The weapon I'm referring to is Natura's Star. There's actually 2 of them. I can't remember what the other one was. But Natura's Star, and if you didn't buy the other money pack, there's one other weapon that you're missing as well that we'll get for free, or, you know, for in-game currency, once Nexus finally has an event, which is why we're missing this one. Like, this one was like $10 and $5, and it'll be free whenever Nexus comes around. And there was some other weapon that was only in like the 7-8 hour pass, if you complete it out, or at some point in it. And that one will also be free for in-game currency at some point, whenever Nexus finally rolls back around. And that's kind of like how the next one's going to be as well. Like, you'll be able to get the Terror card and the Vault Key eventually. You'll be able to get all the troops in the drop table, like, several weeks after the fact. You'll be able to get the weapons whenever they rotate, you know, once the Kingdom event happens again. Because any Kingdom events that happen during it don't have access to it. But the first Kingdom event for it that would happen after the fact, which hasn't happened for Nexus yet, but it will at some point, obviously. But the first one that happens after the fact, you'll be able to get it. So it's free to play. You can still get literally everything from it without spending a cent. You just have to wait a while. Let's see. We'll take that down. But I do have an option to get it immediately, which is nice. And unlike some things in this game, it is not that overpriced, luckily. Let's see. We'll throw that down. Also, I'm still surprised how high the amount of money we spend is on this game. Like, I thought I would never reach VIP 10 back in the day. VIP 10 is $790, though we're still not even there. We're at like 400-ish, I want to say, is where this is. I'm not sure. Also, you know what I still haven't done that I really need to? Because every single time I ever mention it, I like never actually go and do it. But I still want to transfer over the $75 we spent on Switch version to see if we can get at least the VIP point set over. Oddly enough, or obviously they probably won't be able to send over, you know, the other currencies and stuff, nor would I need it because we have so many. However, I still need to double check to see if they could send over the VIP points for that. I've actually never sent a support ticket. Probably should soon before they release a patch, because they're probably going to have a lot of support tickets for the patch with people having errors in one way or another when the patch initially hits. I would say they would already because of Puzzle Quest 3, but I'm pretty sure Puzzle Quest 3 doesn't have enough of a player base for them to have too many support tickets. Literally, the entire player base could all unanimously send a support ticket simultaneously, and I'm pretty sure it would not bog down the system compared to how many they have coming in through Gems of War. Pretty sure. You gotta devour on you 2 delves in a row. Oh gosh, yeah. You gotta be really careful of them. There's not much you can do to stop them a lot of times, though. It's just something that happens. One thing that's really nice, though, is starting with Bless. We actually do not have enough potions to have Bless. The reason we have Bless is because we upgrade the faction high enough. And it's something that is really useful. I would not advise spending gems to have Bless, just for the sake of it. However, you get it at tier 5. I would not advise spending up to that point just for that. However, the more cost-efficient way to have it is if you had it through here. Because if I'm not mistaken, you get it at, I want to say 150? You get Bless Potion. Yeah, I was right, 150. But yeah, if you have a level 150 Delve, you automatically get Bless, and this can be very useful for stopping Devour. This is one nice thing that came in the most recent patch when they did the Delves. Honestly, this is probably like the best feature that came in the previous patch. Where we got like the Delve rework thingy, is the access to all these potions for every event, even if you didn't buy up to them, as long as you had the faction upgrade enough. But yeah, we can, with the 150 faction, you can have Bless. And this is very useful for stopping Devour. Those random Devours that can sometimes get you, like I was mentioning earlier, and that Genki mentioned in chat. It is very useful, because we did not get up to the Bless. Normally you would get Bless at tier 5. However, we're only at tier 3. But they, you still get it if you have it for the Underworld Delve. It still applies to this Delve. And some of them even stack too. Like the amount of explosions we have at the start of battle is actually doing 8 explosion here, not 4. It might still look like 4 because they kind of clump together. But it is indeed doing 8. We can actually see it if we click on the little card thingy. It'll say that we have 8 of them. Also, thank you, Isabel, for 31 months of supporting the channel. Greatly appreciated. Even though technically you've been supporting for longer than that, but you know what I mean. Through the little support system thing. Guess who's getting a cool Samsung Notes Plus? Oh, thank you. Oh, yeah, you were mentioning that earlier. But yeah, thank you so much. I've never actually had a good phone ever. Like the only time, I think I mentioned it, like the only time I've had like an even remotely decent phone was when I had a work phone when I worked for that one green energy company. And it wasn't even mine, you know, it was a company's, but I got to use it for the time. However, yeah, I haven't really had phones much. Like I've only started using phones in like the last like maybe 2 years as far as like actually owning one. And every phone I've ever gotten have been like really low-end phones. So it'd be weird actually having a nice one. Oh, thank you for that so much, Isabel. Might need to show it off on stream though. It'd be nice having a good camera quality too, because I almost never take pictures because the camera quality on the phones are just so bad on the cheaper ones. Like I'm pretty sure the webcam I'm using now has a better camera than my phone. I am pretty sure. Which I'm pretty sure even my laptop's camera is better than my phone's camera. My current phones. I know, Isabel has done so much. And also a huge thanks to Mulad as well. Because Mulad, you've been donating so much recently. Like over the last month or two. And it is greatly appreciated. But yeah, Isabel has definitely been the top donator to the... Oh no, there's the Double Dust Devil one. Has definitely been the top donator to the channel and is greatly, greatly appreciated. This helps out a lot and helps keep us afloat. Because a channel on its own does not make a exceedingly high amount of money. So any tips you guys ever want to give are greatly, greatly appreciated. Alright, so here's the annoying Dust Devil thing I was talking about. Worst comes to worst, if you are really in the pinch to try to win, you can wait till the Dust Devil moves you back into position. However, we're not going to wait for that, so we're just going to go as is. Hello, Jonian! Welcome, welcome. Yeah, there we go. Clear out all that. And we're finally at the 100th. You know what? Let's go hand out a code. We got to the 100th delve. Let's go hand out a code and finish out the last of our sigils. Because that's pretty much our main and almost only goal of the stream for the most part. Just use up every last sigil we have. Oh, except for maybe one. I don't know. Would I need one to kind of show it for the video? I would want to end it on the other delve layout so I could show both delve layouts. So yes, I would want to kind of end it before then though. Because we'd want to make sure we could see both of them simultaneously. Though there's a solution to that. If this one's stuck on this one, I just go to the other one and then we can see it that way. Hey, what am I looking for? I'm looking for the code section. 1 second. Let's see. Where's my code section? There it is. Also, we're almost at the point where we need to switch to Tesla team. Good old Tesla. There's a couple different ways we could run it. One thing I almost want to do is double Leprechaun into Tesla, double Tesla. Of course, the other option is Hero into double Tesla into Leprechaun. However, you can just go double and just not use Hero, even though it's normally beneficial to use Hero in most contexts. Anyways, guys, there's the redeem code. Use on gemsofwar.com underneath the game code section. Your invite code can be found in your settings menu, whatever game says right over there. Redeem code's right over there in chat. Copy paste the random numbers and letters starting with ZV. And give same word as always, true treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, and 2,500 gold. Enjoy, everyone. Terrian, what were you mentioning? Sorry, I didn't see your other comment. Let's see. Back in the day, if you wanted to complete a delve outside of the event, you had to do it potionless. I know, right? Yeah, it used to be really hard. I've only ever done 2 factions potionless. Crypt, oddly enough, the one we're doing right now. Though we're not doing it all the way, but you know. Crypt, we did. And the hardest one we ever did, and the only other one we ever did, was Half Guardians. Those are the only 2. Half Guardians is particularly annoying because of the gargoyle in the last slot there. Oh no, I did not mean to use my last point there. I thought we already had a room. Oh no. But there's a gargoyle right there that's super, super annoying. That's like surrounded by tanks. Which is not ideal. Oh wait, never mind. I didn't end up using the point. Good, we still have our one. That's what I thought. We already had one set up. But yeah, that gargoyle there is a very huge issue. Anyways, where were we? Let's keep finishing this out. Oh, so thank you, Mulu, for $50 donation. Whoa. Thank you so much. Start saving for that camera or phone. Oh, thank you for that, Mulu. Actually, the next upgrade we probably need to do for the channel, even though we don't do a lot of webcam stuff, it would still be beneficial. There's actually 2 of them. I want to eventually upgrade our mic and webcam. I'm actually still using the original 2 from when we started the channel. And while both of them are like decent, like entry-level devices, I did kind of want to get a better one for both. So we have better mic quality as well as better webcam. I don't use the webcam thing too much, but you know, once we have a better webcam, we could start doing more things with it. Whereas right now, if I try going like full screen with my webcam, it's gonna look so weird because like it's not horrible quality, but like to make it full screen, it's not the greatest. Like for what we're using it for right now, where we're like a little head and corner, it is definitely like ridiculously good. Like it's perfectly fine for that. However, for like 100% full screen stuff, can't really do that well without it looking like slightly distorted. It's also slightly because of the lighting in my room, which is still a solution I've been trying to figure out. Because my ceiling light doesn't work, and the rest of the lighting I have in this room is kind of weird. And positionally, with how my setup is, it's also hard to kind of fit lighting in this room. Like, this whole room almost needs, like, a reorganization. I've also been considering getting another dresser, because I'm starting to run out of storage space. Like, I don't have too much junk, but I have enough where it's, like, I only have, like, 1 dresser and a, not a cabinet, what's it called? What's the thing called? Why do I not remember what it's called? A closet. Gosh, why can I not remember the word closet? But yeah, the only storage space I really have right now is one one closet, and one like dresser. And that's pretty much it. I've been looking to get another one, kind of organize the room a little bit. Like, you guys don't see it because, you know, it's just green screen over there. But the room's a little messy right now. Not like super messy. Like, if you looked at it, it's like, oh, that looks pretty clean actually. But I don't know, messy for me. Definitely needs a bit of organizing. We need new shirts that it won't get green screened. I might even need to consider another green screen at some point. Isabel did get us one, which is greatly appreciated as well. However, it's a ceiling only one. If I was to get one, I probably need a floor one. There's a couple brands that I think sell it for like 100 something, which I might need to look into. You can even like control it from your computer and stuff like that. If we ever get the Steam Deck or Stream Deck working as well, I think you can even like click a button and make it activate. Because I believe Elgato actually makes a product, a green screen product. So I was considering getting theirs. It's a little bit pricey. I think it's like 150 or something. But it has compatibility with their other devices that I do actually have that we haven't really been utilizing. Well, it's because I don't really have the space, which is another thing with the space organization. I was going to go look at like some pawn shops or something and see if I could find a nice storage cabinet or something. Because I definitely need it. Something else for storage. I got like some things off of Amazon to try to see if I could organize some, but they were actually pretty flimsy. So I was like, these aren't too usable. Though I didn't pay much for it, so it's fine. They'd be good for clothes, but I don't have enough clothes to bother using them for that. Because I have very minimal clothes. I just add them to a public Amazon list. No more flea market. Yeah, I used to flea market a lot. Actually, at one point, my entire wardrobe was basically flea market stuff. Except for like a few socks and obviously underwear. And shoes. Because normally I got my own shoes. Yeah, shoes, socks, and underwear. But at one point, everything other than those three things, my whole wardrobe was flea market stuff. Because I used to do that a lot in college. Like a lot. Like literally every weekend. And sometimes some of the weekdays if I didn't have college during it. But normally just Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Or Saturday, Sunday. If I was busy on that Friday. But I sold a lot of things. That was actually a lot of fun. The problem is, not only is it overall dying, especially since the pandemic, like it's nearly dead, flea markets, the whole existence of flea markets. Like I wouldn't even be surprised if they're almost phased out of existence now. But like COVID definitely took a huge hit on it, though I wasn't doing it back then, obviously. Or, you know, not yet. Or, you know, I was doing it in the past before then. But the other thing is just people just don't really go to flea markets much anymore. Like, even as we were doing it, a lot of them are starting to get bought out because the land can be used better for other things in a flea market. It's, like, more profitable to sell it out to, you know, something that's trying to build, like, a bunch of houses there or anything similar. Because that's what happened to my favorite flea market. They got bought out, and now it's just a bunch of housing complex. Like, literally the whole lot is literally just houses now. Like, every inch that was originally the flea market. I'm not sure if they finished building it yet, but they're in the process of doing it. Let's see, I'll take that over. And back in my day, we had flea markets. Because I'm pretty sure they won't exist in like another decade. Or at least not to the degree that they do now, or have before the pandemic. Because even the pandemic alone almost probably killed most of them. Or at least a lot of the smaller ones. Let's see, we'll take that over. You need to try out a gifta. What is that? It's a gift registry that your brother created, and it works amazingly. Interesting. I'll go open in a new tab and look at it later. Open a new tab. There we go. I'll look into it. So we'll take that down. And dual use space drive and movies by night, flea market by day. My favorite thing about flea markets is you would never actually know what you would find. Like in a lot of stores, like you generally know what you're going to be seeing. Like let's say you just randomly go into a Walmart, like you know generally like what kind of things will be there. Whereas a flea market, you'll see some of the craziest things you've ever seen. And even if you're not buying it, just the fact that it's there, it's like, oh, that's interesting. A lot of scams at flea markets though. Although a lot of products you wouldn't really find anywhere else. As well as things that are absurdly cheap compared to market price. Oh, what do we need here? Go down our explosion. Wow, Phoenicia's still one-shotting? I'm actually really surprised by that. Oh, that was the first room. No wonder why. I was gonna say, because she should be falling off very soon. We're starting to get deep enough where Phoenicia should stop working. Case in point, the battle we're doing right now. There's definitely no way she kills that. Yeah, we're past the point where she can get a one-shot off. However, we could do a double combo still. Black Manacle to Phoenicia. I think we can get forward one more delve before we have to switch to Tesla or something, though I might just switch to Tesla on the next one. I just need to make sure I go copy-paste the team since we haven't covered the video yet. Because we're probably showing Phoenicia build, Tesla build, and then the Pure Faction team. And then just go quickly, briefly go over the Deep Delve thing. Do they rework Crypt Keeper's Delve map? Yes and no. The reason you're seeing a new map is every single time we get a new Delve now since the previous patch, what they end up doing is adding a Deep Delve version. The one we're doing right now is the Deep Delve version. So basically what this is a different variant of the Delve that if you did it through the actual Deep Delve functionality would also have one of those guarantee treasure rooms and stuff like that. Or, you know, not guarantee treasure room, but a guarantee gnome, I mean. But, yeah, it's a new mechanic that was added in the previous patch. So every single time we have a Friday event now, we will have a new troop for the faction, but we will also end up getting a new Delve layout. So the Delve will now have 2 layouts instead of 1. And this is going to roll out eventually to every kingdom in the game, or every faction in the game. Currently, only 2 factions have it, which is almost none. It is All Seeing Eye and now Crypt as of today. However, they're the only 2. But eventually, every single kingdom will have it. Obviously, that'll take some time, though. Because about once every 6 weeks, another one gets it, which means we have like another year and a half or 2 years before every kingdom has it. It'll be a while, that's for sure. But obviously, it's meant for the long haul. The system that they have set up for it. As Gems of War will still be around for quite some time. Especially with how good the community is. Gems of War's community, honestly, that's like probably the biggest thing that has kept me with this game. The Gems of War community has been so good over the years. Like, it has never been bad. Like, from the start, it was good. It's only gotten better. There's one thing that's always been amazing about this game. Deep Delving can give a starting 3x multiplier. Oh yeah, it also has a higher starting multiplier. I forgot about that. Yeah, if you don't have the faction max, you can actually try to advance with Deep Delves. This will cost you twice as many sigils, but will allow you to get an extra multiplier while you do so. So it'll take longer to get through them, but you'll get more loot while you do. I would personally still advise doing the battles individually, because I feel like you would get more value doing it that way. However, there is the option, if you so choose, to do it the other way. Where you go and use double sigil every single time in order to get more loot for it. Because it is a higher multiplier. It just, you would get double the progress if you just did them individually rather than doing them together in a deep delve. If you only had a few left, it would be worthwhile. Like, let's say you're trying to get all the factions done, and you're at like 30 out of 35. Or however, it is 35, right? Yeah, until next kingdom. Or next faction. But, yeah, let's say you're at like 30 out of 35. Like, it would make sense to do it that way then. You know, like spending for deep delves. But the problem with that is, with the one that you still have left, still need it. Because there's only 2 deep delves right now, Crypt and All Seeing Eye. So that means you would have to not have one of those 2 maxed. Which a lot of people probably have them maxed. Anyways, I think that's as far as we're going to go for this little area then. Because I actually want to keep it here for when we mention it for the video thing that we will hopefully be recording as soon as I finish eating dinner. Oh yeah, here's the redeem code we handed out earlier. Because we're going to cover two things. I'm probably going to cover the mythic first, though. I'm going to cover the new mythic that came out today. And we're going to cover the faction. Just with a bunch of quick teams that you can put in. Nice, short, concise video. The mythic video will be a little bit longer. But, yep, he is in drop table. Should we open some keys now? No. Oh, also, we almost have over 10,000 gem keys. It's over 9,000! But, yeah, we'll open that for the video thingy. Oh, yeah, we still have this. Let me go take this. Definitely don't forget to take your Imperial today. That is definitely something we do not want to miss on. Yeah, if anyone still has any other questions, any you want me to go over, any other anythings, do let me know. Otherwise, I think once we clear out these dailies, we will call it a wrap for now. Just so I can go get dinner and then record all the videos before I head to bed. But also this weekend, we will still be finishing out that other game. So we can move on to something, some other game as well after that. Still not sure which. I was joking that we should go play Diablo Immortal just to see what it was like. I'm somewhat not joking. We might still. That or we'll put it to a poll. I just need to figure out enough games to try to poll for it. I don't know, let's see. What would be some of the games? I don't know, what would you guys recommend? If we were to play another series from beginning to end on this channel. If you could just name, like, any game that we haven't already played. Because there's a lot. There's a lot under the category of games we probably should play that we have not played. As well as many games on my backlog. Some pretty high titles, too, as well. Like Breath of the Wild, Mario Odyssey, gosh, what's that one indie one called? Not Silk Song, but the previous one. Hollow Knight. We never ended up playing. Actually, Genki, didn't you do Hollow Knight on yours? Did you ever finish it? I know you started it. Though I never caught any of the episodes. Mostly because I'm trying to stay spoiler-free. Because I'm actually pretty much 100% spoiler-free going into Hollow Knight. I know pretty much nothing about it. Well, I know that like, it's a platformer that's... Some people have kind of mentioned is kind of hard. Oh yeah, the new Cuphead came out too. Which also has been deemed kind of hard. Like, they're kind of in the same category of super hard platformer. Hollow Knight and... what's it called? Not Delicious Last Course. What's the full thing called? Cuphead. The DLC is called Delicious Last Course. Words? Oh yeah, Words Can Kill is coming out this month. Wait, did it come out yet? It said it was coming out in July. It is July 1st. Did it actually come out today and I didn't even notice? Hold up. Yeah, Words Can Kill is actually... We're definitely doing Words Can Kill. Did it actually release today? Because it said July, and today's technically July 1st. No, it didn't come out yet. It still says July 2022. And today's July 1st. It has no official date, though. It just says, and it might get delayed again. It's literally made by one person, so it's probably going to have a lot of delays. It's already been delayed by like 7 months. And he probably will release at some point, but it is a one-person team working on that game. But yeah, we're definitely doing Words Can Kill when it releases. Hopefully it does release this month. It's supposed to, but, you know, it could get delayed for like the 5th time. Because that was originally, like, the first release date for it was like January. Like mid-January. It is now like 6.5 months later. That's hard making a game. Also, still not sure what the price tag is, but wherever it is, I would get it. Hopefully it's closer to $10 though. Like, I don't feel like it's a $20 game. Like, $10 I feel like the highest you could charge for it. I would still buy it even if it was $20 though. It's basically like a Scrabble, we played it like ages ago, back in December I think it was. But it's basically a Scrabble, roguelike. Or it plays like an RPG roguelike, but your deck is literally like... It's almost like Slay the Spire, but your deck is Scrabble pieces. It's a pretty fun concept. It helps us learn a bunch of words we might not know. It comes out soon, TM, pretty much. It's literally the definition of soon, TM. Yeah, hopefully it comes out this month. We'll find out. When it does, if anyone does see it's already out and I don't notice, definitely do let me know. Because we will play it. So I should probably get in contact with the dev too. I talked to him some back in December, but I don't have direct contact with him. Let's see. The new Mythic has one reason to exist. On AI team, it gets 1,000,000 extra turns using yellow gems. Wait, how? So it makes matches annoyingly long. There's no benefit for players to own it. Oh, you mean for that? Yeah. How would it do that, though? Because it's not doing any kind of board control to get the yellow gems. I wish it did. But does it just have, like, super high priority to take yellow? Because there are some troops that do that. Also, Thrall is, like, so annoying on AI team. Because for whatever reason, the AI priority has, like, 100% priority when Thrall has full mana to cast Thrall. Like, if you're running a first or second slot Thrall, the AI will always choose to cast Thrall instead of, like, anything else. If he's further down your team, it doesn't. But generally, Thrall's ran as a first or second, so that he's not mana blocked. But when he is, he just keeps casting, like, every single time he has, access to, which is very annoying. Let's see. Oh, yeah, Words Can Kill is a lot of fun. We'll be streaming it again once it comes out. We did the demo back in, like, December or January, whatever it was. But, yeah, we will be doing the full game. Quite a bit as well. And it should be a lot of fun. Like, the concept of it's pretty interesting. And it seems to be pretty much unknown as well, which I find kind of interesting. Because as far as indie games, well, I guess that's the kind of the issue that a lot of indie games have, especially like solo development things. Because unless people just like find it randomly, like you have like no advertising budget. Like the average solo person making a game has like an advertising budget of probably like 0. So luckily we were able to find it on our own. But yeah, we'll definitely be doing it whenever it releases. Anyways, guys, I do need to head out for now. We'll go grab dinner and then hopefully get those videos out as soon as we can. Tomorrow and Sunday. As far as during the day, we will be finally finishing that other game we started, Fire Emblem 3 Hopes, the other week. So we'll finally be finishing that. There's 3 individual playthroughs, and we'll be doing the final 3rd one. And it should go a bit quicker than the other 2, because even though the story will be different and we will be listening to all of it, gameplay-wise, we pretty much got it down pat. Plus, we're kind of like broken now. Even though we're playing on hardest difficulty, our equipment is pretty overpowered right now. So it should go a little bit quicker. And yeah, we'll get that done in those 2 streams and finally be done with that. And then move on to some other game for midday stuff. And of course, we'll still be doing our normal Gems of War stuff tomorrow night, same as Sunday night, as we do every night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 1 hour prior to now tomorrow. And we'll have those 2 videos up as soon as I can get them out. Anyways, guys, thank you. Thanks again, Mulu, for the exceedingly generous donations. Greatly, greatly appreciated. And thanks again as well, Isabel, for everything. And I'll go check the DMs. And I'll catch all of you guys later. And if you guys haven't already, go check out Genki's video. I'm not sure if I normally mention it too often, but she covers Gems of War content. Actually, several people who watch this do. But yeah, Genki, I'm pretty sure she already covered the Mythic. So if you want a video before I post my video, I'm pretty sure she already covered one on it. I'm not sure if she covered the faction as well. But we'll be doing so in about an hour or 2 or so. Anyways, guys, catch you guys then. Goodbye, everyone. We'll be back tomorrow night.